Teal College place kicker Chris Rosales, the junior out of Port St. Lucie, puts it on the tee on the left side. Actually, it'll be Dylan Kleckner handling the kickoff duties. Rosales usually the place kicker. It'll be Rosales on the sideline, and Kleckner with a bit of a squib kick, handled by the up man, fumbled by the up man. Loose ball on the turf at about the 36-yard line. The Spartans will end up recovering the football. It was Nate Stefanski who fell on it. And so the Spartans to work as we get underway. The number 18 ranked Spartans with the football in good field position. And again, that was Dylan Kleckner, the punter, with the squib. First man to fall on that was Skylar Watus, outside linebacker. And the Spartans will open up in an empty backfield with a shotgun snap on the right hash for Drew Saxton. He's looking right side and a bit too wide, looking for Jenkins. Jenkins, the running back, had a big game last week as well. Touchdown reception. He was used a lot in the passing game. 3 receptions, 134 yards for Jenkins receiving, who's now in the backfield. 4 wide set, 3 on the far side. Saxton looking to Jenkins again, looks off him, then goes left side. This is Fan up the middle, busting it across midfield to the 40, and he's dragged down past the 40 at about the 38-yard line. Saxton with a quick look off of Jenkins, and the Spartans, who want to get the ball to the outside, give it to Fan, who's been a great yards after catch man in his Spartans career. They'll get it outside again, near the sticks, not quite there. It'll bring up second down and short as they go to Spitali this time. Check that DiFrancesco on the far side with Spitali the lead blocker. That'll get it to the 33-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, opening series for the Spartans, who are moving quickly. That's what they like to do. Another 4 wide set with Jenkins in the backfield. That's Chase Strayer over the ball at center. Teal wants to load the box. They'll play a man coverage. Saxton taking his time. It's been the one criticism early on of Saxton, running a hurry-up offense. Sometimes he will survey the defense. Hands it off to Jenkins, off tackle right. There's an outside rush for a first down. Inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Case head coach Greg Debelak said it's not so much a criticism, it's not a bad thing, it's just what he grew up doing, surveying the field once he got to the line of scrimmage, and that's just not what we do here. They want to get the ball and go. The handoff to Jenkins is a short gain, another 5-yarder to the 22-yard line. You've got DiFrancesco and Colt Morgan, the receivers on the near side. Jenkins the lone setback. Another shotgun snap. Opening 2 minutes of play in the first half, and no score just yet from DeSanto Field. Jenkins now to the left hip of Saxton. Saxton dropping back, looking right, throwing right. It's caught by Colt Morgan. He's out to the 15, and that's good enough for another Spartans first down. Colt Morgan, maybe not the top target last week for Drew Saxton, but certainly the top target in the end zone. 4 touchdown receptions, tied a Spartan program record set in 2002 by Jason Salura. Did that against Kalamazoo way back when. 4 wide again. And the same little shift by Jenkins. Saxton looking left, firing left, and too tall for Fan. Coverage by Malcolm Barclay. This is a young Teal defensive back core. All sophomores and freshmen. Barclay, a sophomore, starting at the safety spot. And they play a lot of man coverage. Barclay is on the inside man. Fan here. Bottom of your screen, you'll see number 7, True Johnson. He's glued to Colt Morgan. Johnson, an all-PAC honorable mention selection last year. Arguably their top DB. Saxton with a handoff to Jenkins. Off tackle left, looking to get the edge, and he's dragged down for no gain. And the tackle made by Davion Oliver, freshman out of Tampa, Florida. That's a nice job by Oliver to stick with it. This is a Spartans offensive line that is very athletic and shifty. And if they will run, especially this week against a loaded box, they're going to run to the outside. It's going to be on the linebackers, especially the outside linebackers, to get the job done for Teal. 3rd and 10 from the 15. Another 4-wide set. Jenkins off to the right. Run pass option, fired right side. It is caught. It is a Spartan touchdown. Luke DeFrancesco. Drew Saxton with the RPO. That's something we didn't think we'd see much of this week against man coverage. Saxton still with the right read, firing to DeFrancesco, who dives to the sticks and beats Malcolm Barclay. So the Spartans on the board first. For the PAT, Robertson Albrecht. And he remains perfect on the season. 13 of 13 in PATs for Albrecht. The strike to start it off, Drew Saxton on a run pass option to Luke DeFrancesco, a freshman to a graduate. And that makes it 7-0 Spartans, 11:55 to play in the first quarter.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world one sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
So a good start for the Spartans. Quick drive on a short field, starting at about the 36 and driving down for a Drew Saxton to Luke DeFrancesco touchdown. Robertson Albrecht to kick it off. And Teal will start the offense for the first time tonight after the Albrecht kickoff. Fielded inside the 10-yard line, and that is True Johnson getting wrapped up after not a whole heck of a lot. Adam Poltrak on the tackle. Johnson out to the 20, and then a gang tackle. So Art Vincent in on that stop as well. They'll place the ball just inside the 20, and Mario Bakovic, the junior out of Stockholm, New Jersey, and Wallkill Valley High School, which is a bit of a misnomer. He only played 1 year at Wallkill Valley, but he'll take the ball behind center in a shotgun snap. And he will hand it off up the middle on the first play from scrimmage. Up the middle for about 4 yards. Ball in the hands, that time, of William Watkins. Nick Barca is the main running back, and last year was the main source of offense for Teal College. Barca actually set a Teal single-season rushing record last year, but it will be Watkins, the sophomore from Cockeysville, Maryland, who will get the start, at least in the opening few plays. 2nd and 7. Bakovic, pressure coming. He is sacked. A Spartan defense that had 4 sacks last week gets one from Ian Henderson here. Boy, he is just overpowering. Plowing his way, the 6'6", 340-pounder out of Detroit, Michigan. How would you like to line up against that? Well, he is James Brown, the sophomore center's main responsibility here this evening. Now Brown flanked by a pair of seniors, Josh Zinsmeister to his right, Zach Young to his left of the guard spots. There's a dump out right side on 3rd and 11. It won't be enough. Watkins gets out to the 25-yard line. It'll set up 4th down. Well, that sack causes a 3 and out, and this is a Spartans defense that had a lot of that last week. Forced Grove City into 5 3 and outs. And we'll get a punt here. Dylan Kleckner, who handled kickoff duties, will handle the punt duties as well. Chase Whitty will be at the top of your screen, and Justin Fan at the bottom. This is Kleckner. Spartans striking first. They lead 7-0, and Kleckner on a high snap will tuck it and run it, and he will get a first down. Out past the 30 to the 35 before he's run out of bounds. It looked like that was a designed play. Not a broken play on a high snap, and Kleckner high stepping his way past the 35 for a first down. Well, we thought that the Spartans would be the team to try a fake punt first tonight with Chase Whitty, who handles their returns and lines up at running back, serving as the punter. But instead it was Kleckner, and so Bakovic back to work. 9.5 left to play in the first quarter. Watkins gets the give again out to the 39-yard line. We had not heard anything about Barca being inactive tonight, but it's been Watkins on the first few gives for Bakovic and company. Sophomore who last week had 2 rushes for 15 yards. Or 2 receptions for 15 yards. Only 1 rush total this year went for negative yardage. And so this is his first time as the main guy behind Bakovic. It'll be an option, and it's pitched behind Watkins. Loose ball on the turf. The Spartans think they have it. And they do. The pitch by Bakovic goes behind Watkins, and the Spartans fall on it. On the recovery, Skylar Watus. And that was after a great fake punt run by Dylan Kleckner to convert on 4th and long. A bad physical miscue by the junior quarterback Mario Bakovic to turn the ball over. First turnover of the ball game. Saxton dropping back. Looking left and looking deep and incomplete. Looking for Spitali. Step for step with him there was Nick Joseph. Little jump ball by the pylon. And it was a good ball by Drew Saxton. Nobody could have gotten that football except Joey Spitali. And he came up empty through traffic. So from the 32 of the Tomcats, it's 2nd and 10. On the right hash, that's Jenkins, the lone setback. Morgan's at the bottom of your screen. Zipko in motion. They'll give it to Jenkins up the middle. He slips through and spears his way to the 25. Good gain on 2nd and 10. It'll set up 3rd and short. The spot puts it at the 25, just inside the 26. For a 3rd and 4. Saxton again taking his time. This isn't the hurry-up offense, at least not the pace we used to see under last year's quarterback and senior quarterback, Rob Kuda. Saxton, a freshman, still learning the offense. Shotgun snap, looking right, throwing right, got rid of it quickly, got it to Fan, who's wrestled out of bounds, but it's a first down. Tackle made by the inside linebacker, Matt Crawford. But Justin Fan will be a favorite target this year of Drew Saxton, you'd imagine, as he was for Rob Kuda. Gets the first down at the 15-yard line. 3 stacked on the near side. That was DeFrancesco in motion. Almost a miscue on the handoff, but Jenkins gets the give. It's a gain of about 1. Spotted at the 14. There's a look at the Spartan defense on the sideline, led by defensive coordinator Warren Miller. They just got a turnover on the fumble recovery on a bad pitch by Mario Bakovic, and the Spartans in good field position looking for their second score. 2nd and 9, Jenkins to the right hip of Saxton. Saxton looking right corner. It is caught at about the 7-yard line. Colt Morgan taken out of bounds. Boy, does Saxton get good quick reads and get rid of the ball awfully fast. True Johnson on the tackle. 3rd and 2, under 7 to play in the first quarter. And yeah, they're having fun here at DeSanto Field. It's a blue out tonight. Everybody in navy blue at DeSanto for the second home game of the year. Week 1 was against Rochester. 3rd and 2, outside give. Jenkins splitting through near the goal line. And he is just short, just barely short. Spartans were trying to get that Little extra push, didn't have it. First and goal from the 1. And they'll still spread it out as they're wont to do. Jenkins on the give, off tackle right. He's in there for another Spartan score. They've got some laundry down on the field though. And it doesn't matter, it's offside against Teal. Declined, and the Spartans will go up 13-0. Flag thrown on the far side. As they caught that offside, they were trying to jump Jenkins, didn't matter. Robertson Albrecht, 13 of 13 on PATs this year. Spitali the hold, a end over end, and a low one, but it's good. So the Spartans get touchdowns so far through the air to DeFrancesco, on the ground to Sam Jenkins after the turnover. Spartans in control early from Cleveland.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4 Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
$14-0 Spartans. A rushing touchdown by Sam Jenkins from the 1-yard line following the Luke DeFrancesco touchdown reception. Now it's True Johnson on the kick by Robertson Albrecht, and he'll squirm his way to the 29. So Teal trying for better luck against this Spartans defense. It was a turnover last time on the pitch by Mario Bakovic that went awry. The Spartan defense led by Cameron Brown, the senior out of Westlake, Ohio. Talking to Greg Debelak earlier this week, he is amazed time and time again by Cameron's work ethic and the things he will do to prepare for a game. As Bakovic gets ready from the shotgun snap, 4 wide. Again, it's Watkins, the lone setback. Haven't seen Nick Barca yet. Drop back pass, going deep down the left side, and they just weren't on the same page. Bakovic looked like he was looking for Jamie Summers, but the two couldn't connect, and it's second down. Get another look at that from Bakovic. Little pressure, not much, and I think that was just the wide receiver and quarterback not exactly on the same page. But going back to Cameron Brown and his preparation, he'll actually do his own personal walkthroughs after a chalk talk, as that one's behind the intended receiver and incomplete to set up third down. The Spartans will do a chalk talk. He'll go down on the field all on his lonesome and do a step-by-step walkthrough of what they just went over. And that's what's made him elite. In fact, last week, before the game against Grove City, he took it even a step further. The bus to Grove City was at 3 o'clock. Greg Debelak said Cameron was out there doing the speed ladder at noon, 3 hours before the bus to play a ball game. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Bakovic steps up. He is wrapped up. Then he slips away, and he'll slide for 4th down at the 34. Somehow, Bakovic was able to get away. There's that pressure from the aforementioned Cameron Brown, helped out by Tyler Bushman. And somehow, you saw Bakovic duck under Bushman and slide down for 4th and 6. The punt by Dylan Kleckner forthcoming. Justin Fan and Chase Whitty back to receive. It will be Kleckner from his own 19. Remember, last time he ran it for a first down. This time he'll boot it away. His first punt of the night. Whitty backpedaling inside the 30 to the 25, and he is taken down at about the 26-yard line. Tackle ultimately made by Jack Crouch. Well, Cam Brown last week, like we say, doing the speed ladder at noon before the bus at 3 o'clock. And who was out there? Sitting in a lawn chair watching his son, his dad, Mike Brown, the former Cavs and Lakers head coach. Now the Warriors' assistant coach, Coach Debelak, asked Cameron, who is that? What's he doing out there? It's my dad. He asked if he could get a chair and sit down and watch. There's a handoff to the right side off right guard. That's the first touch of the ball game for Zach Hall, the sophomore out of New Albany, Ohio. Well, that is some serious dedication. That's the son of a coach right there, if you've ever seen one. Sacks another handoff to Hall. Again, he barely is touched. Gets out past the first down sticks to the 40-yard line. This is some great blocking by a fairly youthful offensive line. Not young in terms of graduation year, as Teal will take its first time out of the ball game, but certainly young in terms of snaps taken. You look at the Spartan offensive line, and it's just not the same as it was last year. Gage Blair, the All-American center, as Chase Strayer taking over for him now. And really the most experienced man on that offensive line, Derek Klontz, the junior left tackle. Stephen Bocci also at right tackle. So the tackle spots, they are young, they are seasoned. But up the middle at center and at the guard spots with D. Gose at left guard, Chase Strayer at center, and Anthony Polizzi at right guard. You got a sophomore, a junior, and a sophomore, and Strayer really the most seasoned of the three, and only because he had to take over for Blair at times last year. Really took over for Gage when he was injured. So Teal calls its first timeout. Spartans break it with first down and 10 from the 40. Saxton lots of time throwing over the middle, and Colt Morgan, the intended receiver, had True Johnson right on him. And even more coverage coming over from Malcolm Barclay, who was assisting on that coverage. Second down and 10. Good start for Saxton. Spartans leading 14-0. Saxton is thrown for a touchdown to Luke DeFrancesco, and Sam Jenkins has rushed one in. Jenkins looks like he's getting this series off as Zach Hall, a shifty youngster, is standing in behind Saxton. There's the hand to Hall. Up the gut and slithers through for a couple. Taken down by Elijah Flynn, the sophomore defensive back. It'll be 3rd and 6. Justin Fan will come in now for Adam Zipko. Get a little more speed out there for Case. So wide out. Subbing in for Zipko, who will play a wide out and tight end hybrid spot. 3rd and 6 from the 44. Spartans by 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Saxton hit as he throws, fires left side and a little bit too far for Luke DeFrancesco. That was a big hit on Saxton as he let go of the football. It'll be 4th down. Matt Crawford, the junior linebacker, coming across the middle, and he just decked Saxton right after the freshman got rid of the ball. So we'll see Chase Whitty into punt for the first time tonight. Whitty played some Wildcat quarterback in high school. Sophomore from the Cincinnati area. So we saw Dylan Kleckner with a fake earlier. Chase Whitty can throw, he can run, he's a threat too, and don't think that the Tomcats don't know that. That one is blocked. Coming through the middle was Devin Turner, and the ball loose at the 45-yard line. The Spartans fall on it, but the block by Turner, who came rushing in and got right in front of that punt by Whitty. He got his right hand to it. It was eventually fallen on by the Spartans' Patrick Crossy, but good field position after that block punt by Devin Turner. The freshman wide receiver playing on special teams, and now good field position for Mario Bakovic. William Watkins again is the running back. He'll get the give, and he will barely get anything. 1 yard and then stuffed. Well, this offense by Teal last year predicated on running the football with Nick Barca. We have not seen Barca yet. It has been William Watkins, and even with Barca in the starting lineup in the first 3 weeks of the season, The Tomcats have been throwing the ball considerably more. They're only averaging 7 yards per game on the ground and bark at 2.2 yards per carry. Bakovic drops back, looks left, throws left, in the flat, and taken down quickly. Skylar Waiters rushing to the football, and it's a tackle for a loss, setting up 3rd and long. Quick reaction by Waiters to swarm to that football. 3rd and 9. They're back where they were on the previous play. So no gain, not a loss, as it had appeared. Bakovic dropping back, under duress, throws it right side and far too short. Looking for that same man, Devin Turner. Turner had been the man who blocked that punt. He was the man over the top, and I think from behind, you saw it on the replay a little bit there. You had some pressure from behind. Jason Lockamy, the senior on the defensive line, coming in to maybe get his hand on Bakovic as he was throwing. So you've got one back now, Chase Whitty to field this punt from Dylan Kleckner. Lots of pressure. Justin Fan blocks the punt, and the Spartans will recover it. It is rushed to the 40-yard line, out to the 45. The recovery ultimately made by Munyaradzi Mangwende. So we've got 2 block punts. There's Justin Fan getting his right fingertips to that football. How about that? Fan, you'll recall, last year, and arguably the biggest game of the Spartans season, I'd say inarguably, at least in the regular season, returned a blocked punt for a touchdown at Carnegie Mellon. Huge, huge game, wild finish to get the Spartans into the postseason and wrap up a perfect season. That was part of a comeback at the end of the 4th quarter. Colt Morgan gets that out past midfield to the 40. It's a Spartan first down. So Fan, who returned a block punt for a touchdown in that big game at the end of last season, blocks a punt of his own this time. Back-to-back block punts. How often do you see that? And we zoom in on Spitali. He's on the far side of a 4-wide set. 3 stacked on that far side with DiFrancesco, and there's Justin Fan. Saxon on the give to Hall. 1-yard gain. That is about it. Jasim Campbell, the sophomore, wrapping up his legs. Zach Hall getting the gives in the last 2 series. Haven't seen Sam Jenkins. He's on the sideline after his rushing touchdown, 1-yard rushing TD. 14-0 Spartans. Jenkins a touchdown. DiFrancesco with a receiving touchdown. Left to right motion from Zipko, and it's all to get blockers for Hall, who slips away from one tackle, gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Little arm tackle, and Hall shimmied away from it. Almost a fumble on the give. Good job by Hall to then cut it back, and there's that right arm tackle that Hall fought his way through before being wrapped up. 3rd down and 4 from the 34. Approaching a minute to play in the first quarter. Spartans by 2 touchdowns against Teal. Strayer over the football. Looking to shotgun it to Saxton. Looking left, eyeballing left, and firing left to DiFrancesco. A first down inside the 20. Cuts it back inside and dives into the end zone for a Spartan touchdown. Luke DiFrancesco with his 2nd TD of the night. Just barely staying inside the sideline, a little stiff arm, and then a cutback before being wrestled into the end zone across the goal line by Dusty Maines. Robertson Albrecht on the kick. And still perfect. Albrecht boots it through the uprights. The Spartans 21-0. Luke DiFrancesco carrying Dusty Maines across the threshold for his second touchdown of the night.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
A squib kick. The Spartans up 21-0, and it's handled by one of the up men. Looked like it actually took a deflection originally off of Davion Oliver. Eventually, it's Josh Zinsmeister, a senior offensive lineman, to recover that squib kick, and we will have a holding penalty as well on Teal that'll set them back. Oh, it's hard to get a holding penalty on a squib kick, you would think, when things happen so quickly, but there was a hold in there somewhere. Your referee crew, your officiating crew tonight: Anthony Lascola, the referee; Mike Conlon, the umpire; Robert Gaylor, the head linesman; Stephen Robinson is the line judge; Jason Wilkinson, the back judge; Michael Ridgway, the field judge; and William Scott Jr. is the side judge. Your officiating crew tonight for Spartans and Teal. And we'll get a timeout called by the Tomcats. Mario Bakovic did not like the outlook of the defense in front of him. It's the second charged timeout to Teal. Case with a 21-0 lead on just a gorgeous night for football in Cleveland. 2 touchdowns by Luke DeFrancesco, one by Sam Jenkins. It's been a bit of a weird one so far. We've had 2 blocked punts. We have had a turnover on a fumble by Teal when Mario Bakovic pitched behind William Watkins on an option. And so a lot of short field tonight. And we've also had a fake punt, Dylan Kleckner. So 2 blocked punts and a fake punt. It's been an active special teams game. 37 seconds remain in the first quarter. Spartans by 3 touchdowns and a long field for Teal. Bakovic has Watkins to his left again. The pass is to the flat, and it is going to go for a loss. Skylar Wadis once again getting to that football in a heartbeat. Yosef Bakale was the receiver in the flat. He caught the high pass, and Wadis dropped him. So it's a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Sun setting at DeSanto Field. Wadis has been all over the field tonight. Couple of tackles now for 1 for a loss, 1 for no gain. And now we will get the end of the first quarter. So the Spartans 21, the Tomcats nothing. Good start for Case. And another ball game under the lights. Spartans trying to remain perfect in night games in the last 4 seasons. We'll be back.
In search of an extraordinary dining experience where you're certain to enjoy the ambiance as well as the menu? Table 45 Restaurant and Bar is the award-winning mixed culture restaurant located at the Intercontinental Cleveland, offering cuisine from around the world created by accomplished local chef Zach Brule. Open every day, the atmosphere at Table 45 is relaxed yet inspiring with weekday chill-out happy hours, a behind-the-scenes chef's table, and outdoor dining on Patio 45. Call for more details or reservations at 216-707-4045 or visit us at tbl45.com or on Facebook.
A gorgeous sunset at DeSanto Field as the Spartans open this first quarter with a 21-0 lead. Good start by Drew Saxton, freshman quarterback, coming off of an All-PAC and All-UAA Offensive Player of the Week honor with 2 touchdown passes so far to Luke DeFrancesco and 1 on the ground to Sam Jenkins. Teal will start with it in the second quarter after a drop for a loss by Skylar Wadis, and it'll be a pass for little gain That'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and 5 on the 33. Good crowd here at DeSanto Field on a Saturday night. 4 wide for Mario Bakovic. Spartans with 6 in the box. They'll blitz with Waiters from the outside. Deep ball coming. It is a jump ball. It is an interception. Pulled down by Colin Schuster. Bakovic threw it up on a jump ball. Schuster went up at the 40 and pulled it away. For Schuster, the freshman, his first career interception. Bakovic trying to go deep with pressure coming on the blitz. Good protection that time by Teal, considering the pressure. But an interception, it's the 2nd turnover by the Spartans defense tonight. 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception. So we will once again see Drew Saxton from the shotgun. Fan going right to left. Saxton dumps it off in the flat to the left. Down the left sideline, this is Fan. Run out of bounds, but not until a 1st down is accrued. The Spartans want to do this. Get the ball out of Saxton's hands quickly into the flat where they have 2 things. They have experience in their wide receivers, and they have speed in their wide receivers. And you can add a 3rd thing. They've got offensive linemen who can get out there quickly as blockers. Spartans want to get the ball outside the numbers, whether they're passing or running. It's especially true against this man-to-man coverage by Teal. Talk about their run game. Coach Debelak said if they're going to run, it's generally going to be to the outside. Well, they'll run that one more or less up the middle for very little gain. Stacked up there on 1st down was Sam Jenkins, who's back. Cody Wagner, part of that stop, along with Curtis Johnson. Case 21, Teal nothing. Spartans getting a relatively short field thanks to the interception by Colin Schuster. Jenkins the lone setback. A little bit of a tight wide receiver set. There's Fan in motion. Saxton looking over the middle. Now he'll throw it, and it is caught for a Spartan 1st down. Colt Morgan after the Saxton scramble. Saxton does a nice job stepping up away from the pressure by Curtis Johnson, and it's a bit of a low throw, but Morgan's able to haul it in. There's Spitali off to the right. They get it to about the 19-yard line, 2nd and 5. Thomas Del Mastro, check that. Donald Day coming in. Donald Day the 3rd, freshman running back, enters the ball game. You got a 2-back set now with Day and Jenkins, and 3 wide. Morgan, Spitali, DeFrancesco, the wideouts, doesn't matter. Up the middle at Jenkins, and it's a 1st down again. Inside the 15 to the 13, and Jenkins splitting it up the seam. Well, we talk about them wanting to run the ball outside the tackles. They're doing a pretty decent job, even with a loaded box, getting the ball in between the tackles on the ground. 1st down and 10 to go. They'll spot it at the 14. Day trying to sort things out here. Pistol shotgun snap for Saxton. Surveying the defense. 10 on the shot clock, and we're going to get a Spartan timeout here. Case's first timeout. Looked like just some general confusion with a little bit of a different offensive set there, so the Spartans will talk about it. Remember, the Spartans, again, want to run that hurry-up offense, and any time you have them bleeding the play clock down to 10 seconds or fewer, there is usually something amiss, and so that appears to be the case here. Spartans football brought to you in part by the Jolly Scholar. Make sure you stop by the Jolly Scholar right on campus for 10% off after the game tonight. Get jolly. Spartan band in full force. The good crowd tonight. The blue out at DeSanto Field. Almost everybody in some form of navy blue, if they got the memo at least. There's Saxton with Donald Day. And Sam Jenkins in the backfield. Similar set, same wideouts. DiFrancesco on the near side. Morgan Spitali on the far. Or check that, Morgan on the near. Saxton will toss it up to Morgan in the back corner. He's got him for a touchdown. Colt Morgan, who pulled down 4 of Saxton's 5 touchdown passes last week, gets himself another one. Saxton wanted him all the way on the fade to the back corner. Morgan had his man beat by a full step and pulled down the touchdown, a step beyond Nick Joseph. For Colt Morgan so far this year, 6 touchdown receptions for the sophomore from Worcester, Ohio. Robertson Albrecht once again through the uprights. He remains perfect, 4 for 4 today. 16 of 16 on the year, and Drew Saxton, not even a quarter and a half into this one, has thrown for 3 touchdowns, and the Spartans have 4 blanking Teal.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world one sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
A 28-0 Spartans lead. 3 touchdown passes thus far by Drew Saxton, the latest to Colt Morgan, who's been his favorite target in the end zone so far this year. 5 touchdown receptions in the last 2 weeks for Morgan. He's got 6 on the season. This is True Johnson breaking away from a tackle and splitting it up the left sideline. He'll get his way about to the 30 or so before he is run out of bounds with some help by Travis Johnston. True Johnson thought about going to the right side and then slammed on the brakes and reversed course. So Mario Bakovic hoping for better luck this series. Teal, who was blanked by Washington and Jefferson 2 weeks ago, once again finds themselves without points. Well, they'll run it off to the right here. Bakovic not in this time. Instead, they will give the ball to Dalton Dabrowski, who is a defensive back, but will play a little wildcat quarterback, and that's what they did here. A little option read, and Dabrowski off to the right gets himself a first down. Tackled by Josh Smith. Josh Smith, whom Greg Debelak calls a freaky athlete. He's lined up a little out of your screen as the safety, and we'll get a flag flying before the play. It's going to be a false start on the Tomcats. False starts on Josh Page, the tight end. 2 tight ends for Teal, with Page and Alex Porco. Those are the 2 on the depth chart for Dan Bloom. But they will not catch passes. They are blocking tight ends. Well, they will go, it looks like, in this whole series with Dabrowski under center. Let's see if they'll throw with him. Watkins is the lone setback. Fake pass. Now Dabrowski will take it himself and gets 1 yard on the rush. I should say 1 yard from the original line of scrimmage before the penalty, so it is a 6-yard gain. 3rd and 9 to go. from the 26. Dabrowski taking over for Mario Bakovic. He'll drop back, looking for his first pass. He won't get it. He is wrestled down by Ian Henderson. Dabrowski trying to step up. The pocket was collapsing. Brown with the pressure on the strong side, and Henderson absolutely tanking the new quarterback, Dalton Dabrowski. Well, we've seen the pressure from Henderson tonight, and this one sets up 4th and long. 4th and 12 from the 23-yard line. Dylan Kleckner to punt. Gets that one away clean. It is Justin Fan to return. He's got it at about the 37, and he is taken down. Quick coverage coming, and so quick and so quietly from Cameron Neal that Fan didn't even think to fair catch. So the Spartans will take it over. Under 10 minutes to play in the first half. And yet another quick series forced by the Case defense. Look at head coach Greg Debelak in his 15th year leading this Spartans club. Undefeated regular season campaign last year, just shy of that the year before. And looking to continue an undefeated 2018. Off to a good start in the 3rd game of the season. Saxton again with a 2-back set. He'll look to pass. Stepping up, great protection, now flushed out. Fires it left side with pressure coming from behind, and it's too far for Spitali. Cody Wagner forcing Drew Saxton to roll out to the near side. Was good protection for the most part, and then you saw Cody Wagner, the senior defensive end, who led the team in sacks last year, putting on some pressure. Well, look a moment ago at Mario Bakovic, sullenly standing on the sideline after Dabrowski took over for him at quarterback. Not much luck with him under center after they switched. And out a day on the pass in the flat. He's forced out of bounds by Malcolm Barclay to set up 3rd down and long. Some of the longest field that Saxton and company's had to traverse tonight. 3 wide set. Day is the lone man in behind the freshman quarterback. Saxton looking, firing over the middle, in and out of Colt Morgan's hands. Would have been a first down. We do have a flag on the play, though. Nick Joseph in coverage. And let's see what the laundry is about. A look at head referee Anthony Lascola. The call was made by the side judge William Scott Jr. And it is initial call, pass interference. They're still trying to sort it out. So good for a Spartan first down. It was a good pass by Saxton. Right on the numbers for Colt Morgan, but he had the freshman Nick Joseph draped all over him, and so there's your PI. Teal is not penalized very often. They've had a couple of questionable ones tonight, questionable in terms of something their coaching staff's not going to be happy about when they go over film, not in terms of being a bad call, but some silly mistakes as Day gets the rush off to the left. Good for a first down on a gain of 11. By the way, getting word from the Teal side that they think that the quarterback in for Teal now is not Dalton Dabrowski, though he is listed at number 2. They think it is the man who was listed originally as the backup quarterback on the depth chart, who usually wears number 25, Damon Smith. So if we confirm that, we'll let you know. Saxton hands it off to Day, tries to cut it back, and he is dropped. Cody Wagner was part of a swarm of white and gold, helping to tackle Day, or at least stopping him in his tracks, setting up 2nd down and long. Our thanks to Ed Topoleski, the SID for the Tomcats, and to our own SID John Schwartz for bringing that to our attention. And again, we'll bring it to your attention if we confirm that it is indeed Damon Smith. Saxton looking left, throwing to Morgan. He drops True Johnson with a little shimmy and gets his way to the 1st down sticks. Colt Morgan planting the foot and weaving his way around True Johnson. An all-PAC honorable mention selection last year, but who had his ankle strength tested there. Dusty Maines on the tackle. 1st down and 10. Now we're seeing Colt Morgan become a fairly favorite target of Drew Saxton over the first few weeks of the season. Fan in motion left to right. Saxton looking Fan's way, now looking over the middle, firing deep left side. It's a Spartan touchdown. Joey Spitali into the end zone. Four touchdown passes for Drew Saxton. And that one was a gimme to Spitali, and it was so, it looked like, because Saxton did a nice job of looking off his receiver, going through the progression, and allowing Spitali the time to get open. Robertson Albrecht, 16 of 16 this year. Stays perfect. The Spartans up 35-0 over Teal. Drew Saxton at it again and spreading the football around. This time, it's into the hands of Joey Spitali into the end zone for the Spartans.
Its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Drew Saxton making a bid for back-to-back All-PAC Offensive Player of the Week honors. His 4th touchdown pass, this one to Joey Spitali. And now True Johnson with a flag flying. Walks his way down the right sideline, getting near the 40, but we've got some pushing and shoving. We've got some flags on the field, and we'll figure things out. I think we just saw where that flag occurred. Let's get a look and see. Darian Mosley with that little hit, a little shoulder chip in the middle of a hold, and that is the call. It was a hold, and I believe that was Zachary Young, senior offensive lineman, also playing on special teams, who is charged with the penalty. Teal, the least penalized team in the PAC coming into today. Only 15 penalties through 3 games overall. Very disciplined, but called for a penalty there. Passed off to the right side. Bakovic is back under center, and he gives it to Fred Davis. Not enough for a 1st down. So Bakovic returning to lead this offense, 2nd and 5. He had last series off. We believe it was Damon Smith who was running the offense at the time, though if it was, he was not wearing his regular number 25, he's wearing number 2. There's a quick wrap up. Speaking of guys returning, Nick Barca is back. You see number 5 at the top of your screen. Teal single season rushing record holder after a big year last year. Ran for 100+ yards 6 times, including 215 yards against Geneva, the 6th best rushing game in Teal Tomcat history. The pass is over the middle. It is good for a first down. Into the waiting arms of Josh Page. Josh Smith on the tackle. From our mouths apparently to Dan Bloom's ears. We had said about a series ago that these tight ends don't catch passes. Well, Josh Page with his first career reception, the sophomore from St. Petersburg, Florida, and Lakewood High School. The give is to Barca, up the middle, squirming through for a gain of about 4 on the play. Taken down by Isaac Withrow. There is Barca. What a career he has had so far, and what a frustrating year it has been. Ranked 2nd in the PAC in rush attempts last year. We said the single season rushing record he set last year for the Tomcats, 1,232 yards, shattering by over 100 yards the mark set a year prior, 2016, by Ryan Radke. But this year he just hasn't gotten it going, and the Teal running game hasn't gotten going at all. On 2nd and 6, we have a false start. And so the Tomcats will be backed up even further. Barca last year, all PAC honorable mention, 4th in yards per game, 2nd in rush attempts. And a combination of this team going to more of a passing-centric offense and just the fact that they haven't gotten the push up front that they would like. Barca averaging under 3 yards a carry. Pass out to the left by Bakovic. Near the sticks, not quite there to Fred Davis. That'll set up 3rd down and short. Munyaradzi Mangwende, little soft coverage there. Good to have him back. Mangwende coming off of a season that he missed half the year due to injury. Broke his left wrist against Bethany, falling on that wrist, trying to make a tackle on special teams. Bakovic fires, far side, and that's good for a first down. Once again, the target is Davis. Well, so a little bit of the Spartans' own medicine being shoved down their throats, getting the ball quickly outside the numbers. That's what Teal's trying to do to get on the board for the first time. Case leading 35-0, about 3 minutes to play in the opening half. It's the A offense again on the field for Teal. Nick Barca trying to run off tackle right, and he is swarmed and dropped. There were about 5 blue jerseys. It was a sea of navy that Nick Barca ran into trying to go off the right tackle. And for all the holding on Cameron Brown on that play, it didn't matter one iota. As Skylar Waiters, again, was the first to get to the ball carrier. 2nd and 12. Three down linemen for Case. They don't need much to get pressure. And they bring a lot, and it's almost intercepted. Fired over the middle, intended target Josh Page, and in and out of the hands of Isaac Withrow. Spartans looked like they brought a safety blitz, and Withrow stepping in almost picked that off. It wasn't a safety blitz. There was certainly some extra pressure coming. Withrow, that would have been quite the interception. Would have been the 2nd interception by the Spartans today. Colin Schuster has one. 3rd and 12. 2:19 left in the first half. Bakovic going deep, left side, too far. Looking for Turner, and it's 4th down. Devin Turner had a step. They got the matchup they wanted. It was Devin Turner, the young, and as you can see, lean and speedy wide receiver who blocked the punt earlier against the outside linebacker in Skylar Waiters. So they had the matchup, and Turner had a step, but Bakovic could not deliver the football on time. Once again, we'll get a punt. Chase Whitty back to receive. Lots of pressure, almost blocked again by Fan, who then ran into Kleckner, the punter. It's fielded by Whitty, who's dropped at the 15-yard line. First on the scene was Cameron Neal. And check that, that was not Whitty, that was Mario Robena on the kick return, and not much of a return at all. Neal got there in a heartbeat. Spartans up 35-0. 4 touchdown passes fired thus far by Drew Saxton. We'll get a penalty. It was running in to the punter by Justin Fan. It was a late flag, it looked like. But it's declined anyway. Looked like they were trying to decide whether or not that was a penalty. Fan was trying to make the block and ran into Kleckner. Fan blocked a punt earlier. We've had 2 block punts today. We have had a fake punt run for a first down by Teal, by Dylan Kleckner. And we've had Drew Saxton once again running the show quite competently as a rookie. Here he is from the shotgun, stepping up with lots of time, firing to DeFrancesco, but too far. He had him with some soft coverage over the top by Elijah Flynn, but a little too far to DeFrancesco, who's hauled in 2 touchdown passes tonight. Talk about guys it's good to have back. Luke DeFrancesco missed all of 2016 due to injury. Came back last year in his senior year academically and playing out his extra year of eligibility this season. He's had 10+ games played and 15+ receptions every healthy year in his career. Saxton looking over the middle, stripped on the sack. Ball is loose. Looks like the Tomcats have it. It is a mad scramble, and somewhere at the bottom of the pile, somebody's got their hands on the football. Saxton stripped from behind on the sack, and the Tomcats have it. Hard to tell who recovered that, but the pressure and the sack will go to Davion Oliver. Saxton just hit from behind. He has had so much time all evening. And that time the pocket just collapsed on him. Teal with easily its best field position of the evening. 35-0 Case, under 2 to play in the first half. 4 wide set for the junior Mario Bakovic. Looking right side, rolling out, looking for space. He is sacked. Ian Henderson coming up with the football, thinks he, or rather Cam Brown coming up with the football, thought he had it. It was not to be. Cam Brown on the sack. He did try to strip it, and you see from the replay, pretty clear that Bakovic was down. Brown is a monster. Between his athleticism at 6 feet tall, 235 roughly pounds, and the power of Ian Henderson at 6'6", 340. This is a near impossible defensive front to stop. Pass goes right side near the pylon. Flag flies on a Spartan pass interference. Munyaradzi Mangwende all over the Teal wide receiver Darian Mosley, and that was pretty cut and dry. The pass a little short, seemingly intentionally. Mosley went up for it on a 50-50, and Mangwende got his hands entangled with those of Mosley. So it'll be first down and goal from inside the 5. Tomcats, as we said, shut out in week 2 by the other favorite in the PAC, Washington and Jefferson. In that game, they were sacked 7 times. They've got a chance to get on the board here. Barca on the rush, waiting, and as patient as he was, there was no room to be found. Again, that defensive front, the Spartans with a 3-4 defense because they can afford to play 3 down linemen with their very impressive front 3 of Cameron Brown, Ian Henderson, and Tyler Bushman, a trio of seniors getting a lot of pressure. Jason Lockamy, a redshirt senior, also part of that regular rotation. Lockamy in there now. The give is to Barca again, and he is wrapped up again for a loss. The Spartans get to him quickly. Coming out from the bottom of the pile was Josh Smith, the safety. He is so fast, so athletic, and as Greg Devilak said, he's a hitter. And he was in on that stop. We're going to get a timeout called by Teal here. They have run out of timeouts in the first half. On 3rd and goal from the 5, they're trying to get into the end zone. This has been one of the issues for Teal offensively the last couple of years. Last year they were last in the PAC in red zone scoring, under 60%. And they haven't had many chances in the red zone at all this year. The fewest trips to the red zone this season. This is just their 4th. They have converted once. It was a touchdown. Spartans 35, Tomcats nothing. 11 seconds left in the first half. And if you're Teal, are you going to go for it and try to get a touchdown, or just try to get points? Because if you run a play and it's unsuccessful, that's it. I know it's 3rd down, but if they run a play that doesn't get into the end zone, that's the end of the half, in all likelihood. Now they'll go for it from the right hash. Bakovic has Barca behind him and 4 wide. He's looking end zone, fires over the middle and behind the intended target. Incomplete, 4th down. Bakovic getting rid of it quickly, but the pass was in behind Joseph Bakail with 2 Spartans in coverage. Travis Johnston and Isaac Withrow. 4th and goal from the 5, 8 seconds left in the half. Teal trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. They'll pass it again. Bakovic, fade left corner, and it is caught for a Teal touchdown. Manguende in coverage, but Devin Turner jumped up, got over him, and got into the end zone to put the Tomcats on the board. Manguende couldn't turn around in time. By the time he did, Turner was elevated over him. It's a good game for Turner. He's blocked a punt, and he's caught a touchdown. The freshman getting into the end zone for the 3rd time this year. First career reception and touchdowns last week. He got into the end zone for both of the Teal touchdowns. Kick is through the uprights by Chris Rosales. 1 second left in the first half, so we'll keep it right here. Spartans easily controlling play in the opening 2 stanzas. 35-7 your score. And only by virtue of a strip sack by the Teal Tomcats, courtesy of a Davion Oliver sack, did Teal have the field position to get into the end zone for the first and only time tonight. It's a good pass, good connection by Bakovic, though. Finding Turner. Early on, the freshman out of South Park, Pennsylvania, proving to be a favorite target. There's Chase Whitty, back to return the kick from his number mate, Dylan Kleckner. It is end over end and well short. Taken out to the 40-yard line, and that will send us to halftime. Spartans in control, 35-7 your score under the lights. Case on top of Teal at DeSanto Field.